It doesn't really matter how many Star Wars projects are in the works, fans can never get enough. A lot of new content is coming out, including a new book and new television shows. Star Wars has confirmed that the new book would have a new Sith villain that would be on the hunt for Luke Skywalker. We will check out all we know about this new villain and see more news. Warning, spoilers ahead. First up, the new Sith. This new Sith comes in the new book from author Adam Christopher. It will once again pair Luke Skywalker with Lando Calrissian. In this book, that is set after the Return of the Jedi, Calrissian's daughter gets kidnapped, and they need to get her back. They have to deal with the Sith assassin Ochi of Bestoon, that has been a recurring character from The Rise of Skywalker, but then also have to face a new Sith warrior. This woman is cloaked in darkness and has a hood and black bandages. She has a skull-shaped mask on her face, so we don't know who she is. The poster for the book shows the Sith with black claws that come out from thin blue fingers. They have released a novel excerpt that gives us some insight into this woman, but it does not tell us who she is. They have promised that fans of the series will know this woman and that she will be a familiar face. You should be able to figure out who she is. Now, theories about the identity of the new Sith. Since they hinted that fans already knew this villain, Star Wars fans have already been trying their hardest to figure out who she could be. There are those that are hoping that it could be the beloved Legends character Mara Jade. She did have a past with the dark side, but besides that, there is no real reason to believe that it could be Mara Jade. So despite fans really hoping that it is a lot more likely that another woman is the new Sith villain. In another book series, there is a character called Kiza that is blue-skinned. She has definitely killed for the Sith in the past, and the dark picture on the book could look like her. But there are plenty of other women in the past of the Star Wars franchise that could fit the bill. Star Wars has been known to pull off some pretty big blindsides. And yes, I'm looking at you, Darth Vader. The woman in the skull mask might be someone that is completely different to who we expect it to be. It could be a lot more fun than finding out that it is someone that we all predicted. Next, the racism backlash. Once again, there are some fans of a show that just has to go and be horrible. There have been a bunch of different times when the Star Wars fans have been super toxic. Now, with loads of new shows being released on Disney+, there is more opportunity than ever for horrible people to say some pretty terrible things. With the new show Obi-Wan Kenobi, there has been a lot of racism. Moses Ingram's character, Reva, is an inquisitor who is hunting Obi-Wan. It might not be the character that people are rooting for, but many so-called fans of the show have decided that it was okay to send her a bunch of racist comments, which is never okay. Many stars of the show, including Ewan McGregor, have come out in support of Moses and said that anyone who is making racist comments aren't really fans of the franchise in the first place. It really is incredibly stupid. As Lucasfilms has pointed out on the official Star Wars Twitter account, there are more than 20 million sentient species in the Star Wars galaxy. Don't choose to be a racist. It is ridiculous. Fans of the franchise should be the ones that are embracing people of all backgrounds. Ewan McGregor pointed out that no one that is racist could actually be fans of the show, and a long history of toxic fans. Star Wars fans are the original stans that can take love of the franchise a little bit too far. For years, some of these fans have felt a kind of ownership over the franchise, and that they have the right to decide in which direction they go. I mean, even George Lucas was the one to release a special edition of the trilogy. Fans came for him hard because they didn't like that he was making changes to the movies that they have loved for years. But besides that, there have been many different instances of racism and sexism in the Star Wars franchise that has left a bad taste in the mouth of some that watch the movies and show, and also for those that act in the franchise. The tricky thing is the same things that make fans so toxic also makes the franchise so popular. But now, finally, Lucasfilms and everyone else that is involved in creating this franchise has spoken out strongly against the toxic, racist fans, possibly for the first time ever. They are shaming these fans for their words, as they should. Hopefully, this will finally slow down these trolls that think they can say whatever they want to say. Are you excited to see the new Sith villain in the book franchise? How would you respond to toxic fans? Share all of your thoughts with us in the comments section. We'd love to hear from you. Next up, we will check out the long-running plot hole that one of the new shows have fixed. Next up, we will check out that and even more. Next, how Obi-Wan Kenobi fixes a long-standing plot hole. Obi-Wan Kenobi has given fans a lot of new action and backstory that fills in a lot of holes that have been left in the movies. It is definitely the next hit in the franchise, and it has been fun to watch. In A New Hope, Leia sends a message with R2-D2 for Obi-Wan Kenobi, begging him to come and help in the rebellion. But fans weren't entirely sure about that moment. They kept wondering how Leia Organa would know Ben Kenobi. He had been in Tatooine for decades to watch over Luke, but that question has been answered with the new show. When a young Princess Leia is kidnapped, kidnapped, Senator Bail Organa turns to his old friend, Jedi Obi-Wan, to bring her back. We get to see how Obi-Wan first met Padme and Anakin's daughter. We also get to see that she definitely does know who Ben Kenobi really is, but also how close they were and how she owes her life to him. She has seen him done some pretty cool stuff. She even witnessed the rebellion. It could all explain so much about Leia from the future. It sets things up very nicely and explains a lot about some of the things that we already know from the movies. This show has really been awesome. Star Wars The Bad Batch Season 2. Disney Plus has been on a roll with all of the Star Wars content that they have released. Just this year, they have already given fans of the franchise two incredible series, including the aforementioned Obi-Wan Kenobi and also the Book of Boba Fett, but they still have a lot in store in coming months. They will have a lot more Jedi adventures in Tales of the Jedi and also reunite with the Rogue One rebel Diego Luna in Andor. But fans have been super excited to see the next season of the animated Disney Plus show Star Wars The Bad Batch. The first season was done in August, and fans couldn't wait for more episodes that focus on the clone Force 99. These genetically mutated clones have loads of fun abilities, and the first 16 episodes were a big hit. We did recently get the first trailer to the second season. Only days later, Disney Plus homepage confirmed that Star Wars Bad Batch Season 2 will premiere on Wednesday, September 28. It will once again be 16 episodes, and that means that it will go all the way into January. It will overlap with many other new big animated shows on the streaming service. Still, this show is sure to draw all of the viewers that have been excited to watch since Season 1. New details about Star Wars Skeleton Crew. Yet another Star Wars show that has been announced is Star Wars Skeleton Crew that will take place between the original trilogy and the sequel trilogy. It will answer a lot of questions about those missing years that we don't have loads of details about yet. They have announced that it would take a lot of inspiration from all of those coming-of-age films that were released back in the 80s. It is sure to be a vibe. John Watts has been announced to be part of the project, and it has also been announced that Jude Law will be cast in the lead role. We don't know exactly what that role will be, but piece by piece they are shedding some more light on this project. Creator of Skeleton Crew, Watts, has revealed that it will have a real Clone Wars feel to it, but that doesn't really narrow it down either, since there are a bunch of unique things to the Clone Wars. We will have to wait and see what it means. Which Star Wars project are you excited to see? Let us know. Thanks for watching.